What if I told you that silver has been quietly building power for months, and most investors still don't see what's coming? For nearly 10 months, silver has been climbing step by step, without the hype, without the headlines, without the loud excitement. And now, something unusual is happening. The momentum is strong, global signals are aligning, and the market may be standing at the edge of a surprise. A surprise that could shock both Wall Street and everyday investors. If you care about protecting your money, this is something you need to understand today. Before we go deeper, make sure you like this video and subscribe to Safe Haven Wealth so you never miss important updates. Updates on gold, silver, and financial protection. This channel helps you stay informed.com and prepared in uncertain times. Your support also helps us continue bringing you clear and honest analysis focused on long-term wealth safety. Now, let's talk about this 10-month winning streak. Silver has not been moving in a wild or emotional way. Instead, it has been climbing steadily. Small pullbacks, then new highs. Brief pauses, then more strength. That kind of price behavior often tells a deeper story. It shows patience, it shows accumulation, it shows that larger players may be positioning quietly instead of chasing headlines. When an asset moves like this for an extended period, it usually means demand is stronger than most people realize. One reason this matters is because silver is not just a precious metal like gold. It is also an industrial metal. It is used in solar panels, electric vehicles, electronics, and advanced technologies. As global demand for renewable energy and high-tech manufacturing grows, silver demand grows with it. That creates a unique combination. Silver benefits from both economic expansion and financial fear. When the economy is strong, industry needs silver. When the economy is weak, investors seek safe assets. That dual role gives silver a powerful advantage. Over the past year, central banks around the world have been navigating inflation, interest rates, and economic uncertainty. Even when inflation numbers cool slightly, many Americans still feel the pressure of higher prices in daily life. Food, energy, housing, and services have all seen increases over time. When purchasing power slowly declines, people naturally look for ways to protect their savings. Historically, precious metals have played that role. Silver, being more affordable than gold, often attracts new investors who want exposure without committing large amounts of money. Another factor behind this winning streak is supply. Silver mining is not expanding rapidly. In fact, much of silver production comes as a byproduct of mining other metals like copper and zinc. That means silver supply does not always respond quickly to rising prices. If industrial demand continues increasing while supply remains tight, the imbalance can push prices higher. Markets always respond to supply and demand. When demand outpaces supply for long enough, prices adjust. But here is where things become interesting. When an asset rises for many months in a row, it creates a psychological effect. Some investors feel they missed the move and hesitate to enter. Others expect a sudden crash simply because the trend has lasted so long. This hesitation can actually fuel the next phase. If silver breaks a major resistance level, those waiting on the sidelines may rush in. That sudden wave of new buyers can accelerate the move quickly. Markets often shock people not when they are weak, but when they are stronger than expected. We also need to look at the broader economic picture. Government debt levels remain historically high. Budget deficits continue. Global tensions rise and fall, but uncertainty never fully disappears. In environments like this, hard assets often gain attention. Investors begin asking simple questions. What holds value if currencies lose purchasing power? What protects savings if markets become volatile? Silver has answered those questions for centuries. It has served as money, as a store of value, and as an industrial necessity. What makes this moment different is the combination of steady price strength and growing global demand. Solar energy expansion alone requires significant silver usage. As more countries push for renewable infrastructure, that demand does not vanish overnight. It becomes structural. At the same time, retail investors are slowly rediscovering silver. Social media discussions, online forums, and independent financial channels are talking about supply shortages and long-term potential. When awareness spreads, interest grows. However, it is important to stay calm and realistic. No asset moves straight up forever. Silver will have pullbacks. There will be days or even weeks of volatility. That is normal. The key question is whether the overall trend remains intact. A 10-month streak is not random noise. It suggests consistent buying pressure. If that pressure continues while global uncertainty remains, the next breakout could surprise many. Some analysts believe that if silver decisively clears major price ceilings, it could attract institutional money. Large funds often wait for confirmation before entering. Once technical barriers are broken, algorithms and professional investors may increase exposure. That kind of capital flow can amplify price movement in ways retail investors rarely anticipate. This is why long consolidation phases often lead to powerful expansions. At Safe Haven Wealth, we focus on preparation, not panic. The goal is not to chase hype, but to understand trends early. Silver's steady climb over the past 10 months is not about excitement, it is about positioning. It reflects quiet confidence building under the surface. When markets move slowly and consistently, they are often building energy for the next phase. For everyday investors in the United States, the decision always comes down to allocation. How much exposure makes sense? How does silver fit into a diversified strategy? Precious metals are typically used as protection, not speculation. They are insurance against instability. In times of strong stock markets, they may move quietly. In times of stress, they can move sharply. Understanding that balance is important. Another overlooked factor is currency strength. If the dollar weakens over time due to policy decisions or global shifts, commodities priced in dollars often benefit. Even small currency adjustments can influence metal prices. Investors watching only daily headlines may miss these underlying forces, but long-term trends often reflect them clearly. The phrase "about to shock the market" does not mean guaranteed explosion tomorrow. It means conditions are aligning in a way that could produce a surprise. 10 months of upward momentum, steady industrial demand, tight supply conditions, growing investor awareness, and persistent global uncertainty create a foundation. When foundations are strong, reactions can be fast once a catalyst appears. Imagine a scenario where inflation data surprises to the upside again, or geopolitical tensions increase, or industrial demand reports exceed expectations. Any one of these could act as a spark, and when markets are already leaning upward, sparks travel faster. That is how shock moves happen. They are built slowly and released quickly. At this point in the video, I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you believe silver's winning streak can continue, or do you expect a correction before the next move higher? Share your opinion in the comments below. Your perspective helps build a stronger community of informed investors. And if you think this analysis could help someone else protect their wealth, consider sharing this video with them. As we move forward, watch the key signals. Monitor demand trends, central bank policies, inflation data, and major technical levels. Stay patient. Markets reward discipline more than emotion. Silver has quietly proven its strength for nearly 10 months. Whether the next phase is gradual or explosive, those who understand the trend early are usually better positioned. In the end, silver's story right now is about preparation and awareness. It is about recognizing momentum before it becomes a headline. It is about understanding that real wealth protection often happens quietly, without noise, until suddenly everyone is talking about it. If this winning streak continues and breaks into a new phase, the shock will not come from nowhere. It will come from the months of steady strength we are witnessing today. Thank you for spending your time with Safe Haven Wealth. Stay informed, stay calm, and stay prepared. The market may be closer to a silver surprise than most people realize, and being early is always better than being late.